raising the bar and higher standards.
Learning is like breathing. It's part of life, and it's going to happen.
So which educational models serve creativity best, and which models don't? These conclusions are left up to you and I, and so are the actions we take as a result. When it comes to which educational model nurtures creativity best, the choice is really an individual one. Everyone has to make their own informed decision for themselves, and will base this on their unique thought processes and life experience. It's worth noting that what someone may personally believe to be the most effective model for nurturing creativity may not be the same model they believe is best overall. It's possible that a model that appears to foster creativity very well could, in someone's opinion, simultaneously have major downfalls. For example, it may cost a lot of money, meaning few could afford it. Or you may not see any particular model as being exemplary on the whole, but you might see important bits and pieces throughout the various models that can be adapted to create a customized education for best fit.
The idea that huge systems can be somehow manipulated, organized to please everybody or almost everybody just leads to endless quarrels about what is to be done, what is not to be done.
What I think has to become clear on a wide scale, however, is that the mainstream system, the system that most students belong to, needs some major changes if it's to truly foster the development of creative thinkers, and all of the potential wrapped into that. Some say that change is not the right word, that overhaul and revolution are terms more fitting.
Reform is no use anymore, because that's simply improving a broken model. What we need is not evolution, but a revolution in education. This has to be transformed into something else. It's about creating a movement in education in which people develop their own solutions, but with external support based on a personalized curriculum.
This calls up the creative process once again. When something's not quite right, it's important that we formalize a critique and fix what needs fixing. After all, education is an art, and if we created it, then we can recreate it. We tell our kids, you can do anything you set your mind to. If we believe that's honestly the truth, then here and now is the time to model that for them. By individually and collectively assuming the duty of rethinking, recalibrating, redesigning, and revolutionizing our education system so that they really can do anything they set their mind to, with our support. History tells us it's not going to change itself. History tells us that people can successfully change the world when they try.
Paulo taught us that education is always political, and teachers are unavoidably political operatives. Teaching is a political act. Teachers should embrace this dimension of their work.
So if you agree that the status quo has got to go, then it's on you and you and you and you and I to do something to start changing motion. What will you do? At the very least, you could add a comment, tell a friend, post this somewhere, record your own video, join the conversation. You can disagree with me if you want to, I can take it. The important thing is that we're talking about it, and wherever that leads us.
My philosophical conviction is that we did not come to keep the world as it is. We came to the world in order to remake the world. We have to change reality.
So this documentary inspired change in my own practice, and in this video I'd like to talk about some of the things that I do in my own mainstream classroom to help nurture creativity.
think one of the things that can be done is the development of videos. Take the abstractions that an Elliot Eisner talks about and makes them more concrete, more vivid, more actual. And that has to be followed up with conversations, but initially it could be presented as the kind of teaching and learning human experience that matters from an aesthetic perspective.